YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about how I actually regretted changing my name for a bit. But first, I have to do a sponsorship because I'm saving up for something secret and rad. It's not that secret. This video is being brought to you by the LGBT+ Amino app. As you all know, I've worked with Amino before, and that's because it's a great place to meet people, and it has communities for every interest on the planet. One of my favorite things about Amino is it strives to create safe and supportive spaces. The community guidelines are pretty comprehensive. It's not perfect, but it makes the app comfy and cool and positive for the most part. They have a bunch of new features which just came out that are hella tight, like text or voice chat. I'll do some now. Hello. I am the only one here. Oh!
Hello.
Hi, Lauren! What are your pronouns?
She, her. Oh my god. This is so crazy.
Kate Ray?
Yeah, it's just Kate.
Okay, cool. Hi, Kate. How's it going, everyone?
Good. That's good. Yeah, it's okay.
I think I'm gonna do this more. I think this is a cool way to, I don't know, do Q&As and stuff. Alright, au revoir, everyone. See ya! You can also create your own custom avatar. This is mine. It's not cute. I am not cute as a computer thing. And you can hang out in the avatar chat. And of course they have curated feeds that shows you content you actually want to see. You can join all kinds of communities on Amino, whether you're trans, pan, bi, gay, or any kind of queer. There's a place for you. So if you want to connect with me and a ton of other wonderful humans, you should download Amino. Anyway, on to the video. So for just a bit, I seriously regretted changing my name. Spoiler alert, I don't now. I love Ash, but I want to talk about some of the weirdness and challenges that have accompanied the transition from Ashley to Ash. Ooh, it's been such a long time since I've heard or said Ashley that now it's kind of cringy. Ugh. At first, I could hear my old name and it wasn't cringy. Now it's kind of cringy. Is that normal? For a lot of people, I bet it's cringy right away. For me, it wasn't that cringy right away. It was just, not what I wanted. But now it's, transcended into, ugh. I digress. Quick background. When trying to obtain a more androgynous name, it's important to understand that I chose Ash, partially because, if I'm being honest, I was too scared to make a more drastic change. I don't like to draw attention to myself, said the YouTuber. And I get really awkward IRL when people who don't understand or get gendery things start analyzing my gender and personal expression. I wish I was confident when faced with judgment or skepticism, but sadly I'm not one of those people who's able to be like, I'm sensing this is a bit new and different for you. Not a problem? Let me explain. I'm actually more like, meow. Yeah, I know, it's weird. I'm weird. Most girls keep their birth name. But what is gender, you know? Oh, you don't know. I'm just let's forget the whole thing. That's a me problem. That's Ash shutting down and malfunctioning because they're insecure. To be fair though, I know that if I were to show up at work and request people start calling me something very different, like Everett or Spencer, there would be a lot of questions, and not everyone would be accepting or excited for my answers. Achoo! Sneeze. I've seen some of the ignorance and intolerance firsthand. There is a huge generational gap at my work, and as far as I know, I'm the only one like me there. And I'm telling you, every eye roll or puzzled look sent in my direction as a result of my name change would break my self-conscious little heart. I am a delicate flower. To avoid all this, I chose Ash. I figured I could play it off as a nickname if anyone was weird about trans stuff. No, it's cool, I just like the way it sounds. That's a lie. There's many more reasons, but you don't need to know. Shh. Plus, in comparison to the other names I could have chosen, I hoped that Ashley to Ash could be a virtually effortless transition for my friends. If anything, I was asking them to do less work. I was eliminating 50% of the syllables in my name. That was my logic, my flawed logic. Because you see, on top of loathing any IRL attention on myself that is not absolutely necessary, I also have a crippling fear of being inconvenient or seeming high maintenance. It's probably definitely rooted in some internalized transphobia. I don't want to be too trans for anyone. I want to be a user-friendly tran that doesn't confuse or unsettle their cis friends. I'm a cool tran. An easy tran. A tran you can understand. PSA, you shouldn't have to be like that. You shouldn't have to worry about that. Fast forward a bit. Turns out that Ashley to Ash was much harder than I anticipated. One of the reasons, I think, is because it's not a full-on total name transformation. A lot of people, friends, coworkers, family, online humans, view Ash as an optional thing to call me. A nickname that I like, but isn't required for others to use. Here's a story. I was at a party and a friend said, "Hey, I just watched your name changing video. Did you want us to call you Ash too?" Valid question. Yeah, that would be dope. I like it way more. Another friend chimed in, "But you wouldn't get mad if I still called you Ashley, right? I mean, that's how I've known you for years." Not an awful thing to say, but confusing. I just said I like a thing way more, and you said you still might call me the other thing I don't like as much. This interaction probably wouldn't have happened if I'd changed my name to, say, Todd. "Hey Todd, I'm still gonna call you Ashley." Would be weird. That would be weird. I am not a Todd. So being viewed as an optional nickname is definitely one of the drawbacks of Ash. I think the nickname-ish aspect of it also trips people up because it feels more intimate than a traditional, inarguably full name like Ashley. Ashley is more formal, so if we were just meeting, jumping straight to Ash might feel unnatural for some strangers, I think. I don't know, I'm just like trying to get in their heads. This theory comes from the No, not Hey Siri, this theory. This theory comes from the phenomenon that when I meet new colleagues at work and introduce myself as Ash and clarify that yes, it is just Ash, they still call me Ashley. Like, inevitably. It always happens. Until a couple days pass and then they use Ash way more. Maybe now that we know each other better, they feel they've earned the right to use an endearing shorthand that isn't really an endearing shorthand, it's just my name, but I guess I get it? Another challenge with Ash, there are so many challenges. My life is hard, is how easy it is for people to experience a slip of the tongue. My friends and I have 25 years of Ashley muscle memory ingrained in us. And because my new name starts with my old name, sometimes our mouths just want to complete it or revert back. I'm primed to say my old name every time I say my new name. What happened a lot in the beginning was, "Hi, I'm Ashley." Or because Ash is so uncommon, apparently, people don't register it as a real name. Because of that, this is something that still happens a lot. Alright, 1 hazelnut latte. Name, Ash. Ash? Yep, Ash. A-S-H. Like short for Ashley? Hates attention, really wants this interaction to end. I guess. Sure. Okay, 1 hazelnut latte for Ashley! And the final thing that's tough about Ash is that it still has the Ashley association, which makes it feel girly to me. I know that Ashley is a gender-neutral name in other parts of the world. I get that. You've told me 100 times. Just not where I live, okay? Leave me alone! The name Ash in other contexts, though, doesn't always feel that way. For example, I was listening to the podcast You're So Brave, and Aaron and Chase were talking about someone and using he, him pronouns, and later it was revealed that said person's name was Ash. That Ash felt like a boy's name. And Ash Ketchum is super boyish and charming and adventurous and cool. That's how I want to be. So Ash, or any name really, has the capacity to be girly or boyish or androgynous or anything. I really like boyish androgynous Ash. I think it sounds so cool. Girly Ash I'm not that into for me. What I need to do, I think, is work on rewiring my brain to disassociate Ash from Ashley. Understand that it is its own independent name. If I want to be boyish Ash, then I can be, even if my old name used to be Ashley. So this video has been 100 years long. In the end, I stand by Ash. I love it. The name really suits me, I think, and when I'm assertive and can manage to get people to call me simply Ash exclusively, it feels great. It feels... yeah. I really thought the switch would be easier though. And I think the very aspect that I thought would make the flip easier is actually what made it harder. People view it as something optional, an intimate nickname, or so uncommon that it weirds them out, they see me, read girl, and just say Ashley. So this is a warning. If you're thinking about changing your name, there are some unique challenges that arise when just shortening it. Now you know. I didn't know when I did it. I think Ames is a trans person that also faced similar issues. I'll link them below. I know that more drastic name changes also have their obstacles. I'm not saying they don't. I just wasn't expecting my change to cause so much trouble. I thought I had this privilege. I'm an AFAB person who just wants to be more androgynous rather than like super masculine, so the change will be subtle and easy and cool. No. Okay, the video's over now. But I think you should go follow me on Twitter because I've been having a lot of fun over there. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. Do it. You can tell me about your name journey. I'll be replying and retweeting a lot. Do it. Okay, bye.
Hey there, ho there, before you go there, don't forget to click that link. The YouTube algorithm works in very strange ways. A click's the best way to give Ash Hardell your praise. So hey ho, before you go, don't forget to click that link.